Mr. Speaker, thank you very much, and CS, welcome to the Senate. First, let me say congratulations to one competitor who was against me in the last race of Senate in the name of Nuh Mohamed, that I'm happy the government has given him an opportunity to serve in the fund. Number two, Mr. Speaker, I wanted to ask CS, of course, Senator Abbas has asked about the counties. 2013, the government of Kenya has promised to build stadia in most of the counties. And if I may speak for Isiolo County, we have a very small stadium that is being constructed by the county government. And I think maybe in future, the county government or national government should be able to work together with county government to come up with a better stadium so that you complement each other and come up with a proper stadium that will serve Kenyans. Finally, Mr. Speaker, if you can allow me, if you don't cut me short, just one more question on the other second part. Mr. Speaker, I just wanted to know how are the projects identified by the sports fund to be financed by the board? Thank you.
Senator Fatma, I want to confirm and to admit that the promise of 2013 on sporting facilities was not fulfilled. That is a fact that we cannot run away from. But also to confirm to this Honorable House that we now have a new administration, new leadership, new sheriff in town with a new style of doing things. And our style is called Bottom-Up Economic Transformation Agenda, which is very, very focused on transforming the fortunes of this land, every corner of this land, every blade of grass, every grain of sand, bottom up, meaning that all the corners of this country are guaranteed investment in all sectors, including this sector of sports. And to agree with Senator Fatma that indeed it will be good, and I want to urge the leadership of counties to work with the national government in developing sporting facilities. This ensures standardization. I can confirm to this House that we have been out there to look at some of the stalled facilities that were initiated by the county. Let me give the example of Bomet. We went to look at Bomet Stadium, and the manner in which that project was conceived and deployed by the county can tell you that it could have been done a lot better if it had been done in partnership with the national government in terms of standards. And I can confirm here also that we have taken the initiative to approach a number of counties. For instance, we have agreed formally with the county government of Kakamega on completion of Buhungu Stadium, and we have agreed on a certain way of doing it in a manner that meets CAF and FIFA standards. We have also done the same with the stadium in Olkalau. We are doing the same with now in Bomet. We are making an intervention in Bomet. We are making an intervention in areas where we believe definitely county governments working with national governments will deliver better. And so even in Isiolo, we should be able to do better in terms of what is going on with the stadium in Isiolo. How we identify projects. And I did mention at the beginning of my answer that we came into office and found all these stalled facilities all over the place. Wote in Makueni, Kamarin in Elgeyo Marakwet, Marsabit, and all over the place. And one of the things we noted right away was that there was no logic in the selection of some of these projects. And that's where we now have a master plan. The Sports Infrastructure Master Plan provides logic for each of these projects. I'll give an example. There was a plan to do an international stadium in Kamarin in Elgeyo Marakwet County. Upon consultations and empirical logic, we realized no one will ever go to compete in Kamarin because of the high altitude. It is a training place, not a competing place. And so we have decided to do an elite training center, an elite high altitude training center instead of an international stadium. So we now have a frame that is logically conceived, which we believe will be able to fix this challenge and make sure that every corner of Kenya is reached in a logical manner and not left to the whims of individuals. I submit.
Honorable Speaker, my question to the CS is that what are the plans? Because in my county, Wajir, and the neighboring counties, there are no proper studies. There are actually small ones and they're not well done. As you're aware, there are many youth who are unemployed. And sports actually is one of the things that nurtures the talents of the people, the youth. And of late, there are many people, youth have been back to taking drugs. They are now recruited in, funny places like, Al-Shabaab and these things. And the best way to keep these youths is actually in the sports. So I'm asking the Minister what plan he has for those areas. Two, I'm seeing most of the times the stadiums are actually neglected.
Senator Abbas, you only allowed one supplementary question.
Well, it's just the same questions, not two, but the same things, similar things. Not really, yeah? Let me finish, yeah? I'm saying the stadiums are actually not well managed in most places and they're neglected. So the stadiums coming under the counties or it comes to the office, and I think the most appropriate thing will be to engage some of these youth to take over the management of the stadiums. Finally, I want to thank you and your ministry for recruiting the CEO, Brother Nuh. Nuh, I know, is not known to me. He's a well-qualified and a young man, well-schooled and qualified, and meets actually the position he takes, that he's actually qualified for that. And I want to tell my brother Sergei that Nuh is actually a stakeholder and he owns shares in the company. Thank you.
CS, please.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Senator Abbas. I want to agree that definitely in the distribution of sporting facilities, the northeastern region of this country has not received its due consideration. And that is why, Honorable Speaker, we have made the transformative decision to now develop infrastructure in the context of a master plan, so that we don't do it at individual whim, where a person decides this one will go to this corner. We have done a master plan that provides empirical logic why we would put a facility in Marsabit, why we would put one in Garissa or Mandera. And in the context of that master plan, the long wait by the northeastern region for sporting facilities will definitely come to an end. And I want to assure you that through the Talanta Hela program, for instance, we have seen sporting activities in Wajir, in Mandera, in Garissa, greatly limited by the limitations around facilities. So it is something we have already experienced, and I want to assure Senator Abbas that this will receive due, indeed it is receiving due consideration. With regard to the necessity to engage young people, I do agree with the Honorable Senator that left unengaged or left on their own, there's always the risk of drugs, the risk of radicalization, and many other challenges. And that is why we are being very deliberate, very intentional, very structured in growing talents from the best. The reason behind our revolutionary Talanta Hela initiative and all the counties of Kenya, including Mandera, Garissa, Wajir, and that whole belt of the northern region is fully incorporated in the Talanta Hela program. Every part of this country has to get the opportunity to be part of development in sports. And of course, we are also happy that the competitive, very transparent, very accountable process gave this country a fine Kenyan young man from that region who we believe is up to the task of delivering in this position. I thank you, Honorable Chair.